Bezalel constructed the altar of burnt offering from acacia wood. It was square, 7.5 feet long and 7.5 feet wide, and was 4.5 feet high. He made horns for it on its four corners. The horns were of one piece. Then he overlaid it with bronze. He made all the altar's utensils, the pots, shovels, basins, meat forks, and fire pans. He made all the utensils of bronze. He constructed for the altar a grate of bronze mesh under its ledge, halfway up from the bottom. At the four corners of the bronze grate he cast 4 rings as holders for the poles. Also he made the poles of acacia wood and overlaid them with bronze. Then he inserted the poles into the rings on the sides of the altar in order to carry it with them. He constructed the altar with boards so that it was hollow. He made the bronze basin and its stands from the bronze mirrors of the women who served at the entrance of the tent of meeting. Then he made the courtyard. The hangings on the south side of the courtyard were of finely spun linen, 150 feet in length, including their 20 posts and their 20 bronze bases. The hooks and bands of the posts were silver. The hangings on the north side were also 150 feet in length, including their 20 posts and 20 bronze bases. The hooks and bands of the posts were silver. The hangings on the west side were 75 feet in length, including their 10 posts and 10 bases. The hooks and the bands on the posts were silver. The hangings on the east side toward the sunrise were also 75 feet in length. The hangings on one side of the gate were 22.5 feet, including their 3 posts and 3 bases. It was the same for the other side. The hangings were 22.5 feet, including their 3 posts and 3 basins on both sides of the courtyard gate. All of the hangings around the courtyard were finely spun linen. The bases for the posts were bronze, the hooks and the bands of the posts were silver, and the plating for the tops of the posts was silver. All the posts of the courtyard were banded with silver. The screen for the gate of the courtyard was embroidered with blue, purple, and scarlet yarn and finely spun linen. It was 30 feet long, and like the hangings of the courtyard, 7.5 feet high. It had 4 posts, including the 4 bronze bases. Their hooks were silver, and the bands as well as the plating of their tops were silver. All the tent pegs for the tabernacle and for the surrounding courtyard were bronze. This is the inventory for the tabernacle of the testimony, that was recorded at Moses' command. It was the work of the Levites under the direction of Ithamar, son of Aaron the priest. Bezalel, son of Uri, son of Hur, and of the tribe of Judah, made everything that the Lord commanded Moses. With him was Oholiab, son of Ahisamach, of the tribe of Dan, a gem cutter, a designer, and an embroiderer with blue, purple, and scarlet yarn and fine linen. All of the gold of the presentation offering that was used for the project and all the work on the sanctuary was 2,193 pounds, according to the sanctuary shekel. The silver from those of the community who were registered was 7,544 pounds, according to the sanctuary shekel. 2 fifths of an ounce per man, that is, half a shekel, according to the sanctuary shekel, from everyone 20 years old or more who had crossed over the registered group. 6,550 men. There were 7,500 pounds of silver used to cast the bases of the sanctuary at the bases of the veil, 100 bases from 7,500 pounds, 75 pounds for each base. With the remaining 44 pounds he made the hooks for the posts, overlaid their tops, and supplied bands for them. The bronze of the presentation offering totaled 5,310 pounds. He made it with the bases for the entrance to the tent of meeting, the bronze altar and its bronze grate, and all the utensils for the altar, the bases for the surrounding courtyard, and the bases for the gate of the courtyard, all the tent pegs for the tabernacle, and all the tent pegs for the surrounding courtyard.